Hello, this is Father Aaron Westman with the Glen Mary Home Missioners, and this is your Missioner Moment. My brothers and sisters, the 4th of July weekend is upon us, and for many of us, especially those from the United States, this is a time, of course, where oftentimes we have been able to step back, spend time with our family, celebrate, shoot off fireworks, do some kind of barbecue, and then reflect upon what we are thankful for in living in the country in which we live. I think in many ways, because of the last 4 months, this 4th of July weekend is a little bit different for a lot of us. Perhaps we have done many of those things which I mentioned, but I think for a number of us, when we've approached this weekend, we find ourselves stepping back and simply admitting that we are tired. We feel burdened. And the last 4 months for this country have been in many ways quite devastating. We've struggled through a pandemic, and in many ways over the last couple of weeks we've begun to realize that perhaps we are losing this battle. We have seen us as Americans deal with one of our so-called original sins, and that is racism, which exists in this country. And we've tried our best. We see the injustice, we desire something more, we see the tumult around us, and perhaps we feel burdened. We feel tired. My brothers and sisters, I think that the gospel this weekend is a gospel that many of us can relate to. And Jesus comes to us as his followers and he says, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy burdened, and I will give you rest." We know that difficulties, strife, challenges, life in general are going to be tough, and that they will come at us, and oftentimes they will create a kind of burden inside of us. And we know that God allows these things to happen around us. God's hope for his people is that when we are burdened and when we are tired and when life becomes simply too much, that we turn back to him and we ask him to give us rest and to give us strength. And it is not simply rest for rest's sake, strength for strength's sake, but it is strength and rest so that we might rise once again and do what it is that God is desiring us to do, to follow him. My brothers and sisters, if this 4th of July weekend you are feeling burdened and you are feeling tired, we know where we can turn. Jesus will give us rest.